So today I want to talk a little bit about exercise and body recomposition. Some people would say weight loss, which is not really what we're looking for. We're looking for body recomposition, which is a combination of fat loss and gaining muscle mass. Because it really doesn't matter. Right now, people have heard this before. It doesn't really matter what the scale says per se. If you're losing weight, but you're losing muscle, that's not good. And of course, if you are gaining muscle, you might actually see the scale go up, and that might be what's best for you. And I realize a lot of people, of course, think about losing weight, and will go out and hire a personal trainer, I prefer the term exercise instructor, with the idea that I'm going to do some exercise, and that will, in fact, enable me to lose weight. The truth is that while exercise does play a part in body composition, obviously by helping people to gain muscle mass, it also helps to ensure that when there is weight loss through a caloric deficit, which is the only way you're going to lose muscle mass, and by caloric deficit, I don't necessarily mean more activity as much as I mean caloric reduction, and i.e. taking less in, it's going to make sure that the weight that lost is more fat than muscle, hopefully. But in a lot of cases, it doesn't happen because of hiring a trainer. But of course, when they come in and clients aren't really committed to the idea of dieting, they're hoping that they're going to be able to do it without caloric restriction. They're hoping that the exercise itself will in fact do the trick, or even at least make it easier so they can eat what they want. But if they do more exercise, they'll still lose weight. And it's unfortunate that it simply doesn't work that way. It would be nice. I personally would love it if that was the case, but it doesn't work that way. So an aha moment that I had recently, I was doing a podcast with Gary Knight out of Australia, and he was saying that he had much better success with online coaching when it came to helping people with body recomposition than he did with people who were coming in to do in-person exercise. And it occurred to me that it really came down to when he promoted and advertised his online coaching, he specifically talked about dieting, and he specifically talked about caloric restriction. So what happened is the people coming to see him were coming to see him already with the idea that caloric restriction was going to be part of the deal. So they were ready to do that. And if I have somebody as a client and they're coming to see me to do exercise first and foremost, and then I suggest after the fact that caloric restriction could help them to reach a better body recomposition goals, I have to realize that if that is not something the person is ready to do, that my chance of success with that are very small. There's a saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink. Unless the horse has already decided he's really thirsty and is prepared to do what it takes to get the water, it simply isn't going to happen, I would suggest, in the vast majority of cases. So it's kind of like, and this may seem like a strange comparison, but if you have somebody who has a substance abuse problem, be it alcohol or drugs, and you try to convince them that they should do something about it, you can do so until you're blue in the face, but until that person is truly ready to change, no amount of cajoling or anything is going to do it. They have to do it, they have to be ready, and they have to do it for themselves. And I think that's the case with caloric restriction, because long-term body recomposition and maintaining the success of that requires a commitment that really people have to take for a lifetime, one day at a time, but still they have to repeat that one day at a time all the way through. So the big aha was, unless somebody comes to me very specifically saying, this is my main priority and I'll do whatever it takes, then probably my best bet is to help them get as strong as possible, in as safest way as possible, as efficiently as possible. And if and when it becomes a priority for them to truly want to do more than that, which is going to be a lot more commitment, then only then should I help them with that. Anyways, just some outline thinking. Bye for now.